Back, it's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Lakers grab game one in San Francisco, the Western Conference semifinals. Lakers already have home court, 117-112 the final score. AD 30-23, plus 4 block shots. Remember, he had 26 block shots in the last round. Add another 4. He's got 30 in 7 games so far in the playoffs. And just great all-round contributions from a number of different players. Listening to LeBron with Mike Trudell there just a few minutes ago, he talked a little bit about how Dennis Schroder was great. Vando was great. D'Angelo was great. Austin Reaves had his moments. That this is a really good team win where you have your superstar player dominate, do what he does. The Lakers go through moments where they need some help, and they need Austin Reaves to have a little bit of a moment. D'Angelo have a little bit of a moment. Dennis Schroder, I think 13 points in the first half. Found a way to get to the free throw line 10 times, hit 9 of 10 of his free throws. And Lakers steal game one. I get it. And if there's some Laker fans out there that are the way that game ended, you're a little upset about it, 14-0 run when you were up 14, completely understand. But the goal is to win the game, and the Lakers found a way to get that done. Imagine if Golden State comes all the way back and they end up winning this game 115-112, whatever score you want to put out there. How devastating would that have been, where you felt like you should have got game one and then you end up losing it? The better team won tonight. The Lakers were the better team for 48 minutes. They were the better team. Golden State was firing threes left and right, took 53 threes. I'm going to say that again, took 53 threes. And by the way, hit almost 40% of their threes. They hit 21 of them. I just don't know how sustainable that is. I thought the way the Lakers played by getting to the basket, a lot of points in the paint, 54-28, getting to the free throw line, 25-29, that's more sustainable. The Lakers had a stretch there in that third quarter where they outscored the Warriors 31-24. A lot of that was because of the defensive side. Vanderbilt running all over the place on Steph. I mean, just pay attention to this. Steph Curry shot 24 shots, hit 10 of them. Clay shot 25, hit 9 of them. Wiggins shot 14, hit 6 of them. Nobody was efficient. And the three-point shooting we already talked a little bit about, but Steph and Clay, between the two of them, took 29 threes between the two of them. All right, let me throw out the phone number here. It's 877-710-ESPN if you want to be a part of the show. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in, however you're listening. In your car, on the ESPN LA app, or on all our streaming platforms. We appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Let's start off the post-game show, taking a quick listen to Lakers head coach Darvin Ham.
Hey, Darvin, in the walk-off, LeBron said that it's super important against Golden State to maintain composure. You had mentioned that before the game. You're going to make runs like that. What was the turning point after they made that big push down the stretch?
I just think us being solid, remaining solid, staying organized offensively, and, not getting disappointed or discouraged defensively. Came in with a game plan. We knew it was going to be ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys within this 48-minute game. That's just who they are. They put a lot of pressure on you to guard continuously, second by second, minute by minute, quarter by quarter, half by half. So the biggest thing, again, us having a next play mentality and giving multiple efforts. Saw plenty of times guys getting into the paint, guys active, spraying around, taking quick outlet to 3 passes away. My guys being active, AD specifically, in the paint, showing his hands, getting deflections, getting blocks, coming up with tough rebounds. And then on the other end of the floor, just trying to be organized, making sure we got a good look every time down, whether it was made or missed, making sure we got good looks.
I believe AD didn't sit in the second half. Just wondered at what point you and your staff kind of decided you could extend him if you needed to, and the importance of trying to get this win in game one.
Well, again, I repeat, this is what load management is about. If it's going to be load management, then we have to manage their loads throughout the regular season in order for us to push them a little further during this time of year. Postseason, everything is at its peak. You have to pare down your rotation, and you got to, push your big dogs. Your big dogs got to be there early and often. And so we just made a conscious decision, communicated on the sideline, and we were able to push him on through and allow him to play the full half.
Coach, Curtis Pashalka, Bay Area News Group. You mentioned AD, obviously a huge night for him, but those two plays right at the end where he kind of affected the shots of both Poole and Curry, how huge were those plays?
He's elite defensively. His ability to change shots, block shots, and then still gather the rebounds, that's rare. That's rare company for guys who's able to do that. So, and I told him before the game, dominate on both sides of the ball, and he's been doing that. And we expect nothing less from him, and we expect it to continue.
Darvin, here are the other names of the players in Laker history who've had 30-20 games. Will Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Can you just contextualize that top-to-bottom performance you got from AD tonight?
You're talking about top 75 players, some of the best players that our league or basketball in general has ever saw in its history. And so, again, that's what we expect of him. We know that's what he's capable of. It's great. We needed every bit of all those points and rebounds and block shots and assists as well. So the biggest thing for us is, again, not to get happy, stay humble, respect our opponent, but also know that there's a ton of work left to be done. And it's not the first to one. It's not the first with the greatest performance individually. We just got to keep stacking days, keep coming out, putting our best foot forward.
Darvin, what was the message at halftime? I believe they were shooting almost 44% from the three-point line. You had only attempted 8 and made 1, but you were winning the game.
Just playing with force. Obviously doing what we could in transition. Again, they're a tough ball club, and anytime you got Poole, Thompson, and Curry seeing shots go in, it's a nightmare. And so just not getting discouraged, not getting disappointed, but all the while remaining forceful on our offensive end, playing downhill, loving and living in the paint, putting a lot of pressure on them to guard in the paint. I think that the free throw line definitely helped us, and our ability, again, to not just hold the ball, to set good hard screens, come off, swing the ball, drive downhill, secondary and third side drives. It went well for us in that department, and so we just got to figure out a way, try to do what we can to guard them better and not allow them to get loose so early and often from the three-point line, but yet maintain our physicality and our force on offense.
Darvin, when you have Dennis scoring as well as playing defense, running behind Poole and behind Steph, how beneficial is that to you guys?
It's huge, especially him showing up our second unit, him coming off. I tell him all the time, be aggressive, assertive, and make quick decisions. Don't think twice. And all of our guys, they encourage, Dennis, Austin, D'Lo, they all get encouraged by our two captains, Bron and AD, to come out and be aggressive and be assertive, within the context of playing the right way. But Dennis was huge, man. He's definitely a two-way player. He's going to come out and give it his all on both sides of the ball, be physical, be scrappy, give multiple efforts, and then be able to play downhill, push the pace, and be able to get stuff done from the free throw line.
Darvin, I kind of had the same question. To have someone like Dennis on your team who's making those 2 free throws in the last seconds, like being so ice cold, this is so important. So what is your thoughts about that?
He's a big-time finisher. I've known the kid since he first came into the league. That's my guy. That's why we wanted him on our team. We know how he plays, especially in big moments. He plays the biggest. He's not afraid of the moment. And he asks for the ball to be in his hands, and our guys trust him having the ball in his hands late in the game. So we know if he's fouled or whatever the play needs to be made, if it's an open corner three, if it's going downhill, attacking the rim, if it's having to get fouled and have to step up to the line and hit free throws, he's going to do all of that, as well as guard the other team's best perimeter players. So that's exactly why he's on our ball club.
All right, that's Lakers head coach Darvin Ham right there. Let's do a couple things when we come back. We'll get an opportunity to hear from some Laker fans, and we'll also get a chance to hear from Dennis Schroder as well. 19 points for Schroder, 5 of 10 from the field, 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Had some big moments for the Lakers. We'll do all that coming up next. Stay right here. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
today, but I want to tell everyone about Cinco de Mayo. What we're doing on Cinco de Mayo. Going to be a party in North Orange County. The new Salitas, right there in Anaheim, right in front of Angel Stadium. Used to be the old Hooters restaurant. Our competition, Steve Hartman, your buddy, used to do a lot of remotes over there at that Hooters in Anaheim.
Steve Hartman.
Off the 57 and Catella Avenue. We're going to be there, though, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. for Cinco de Mayo. Get ready to press the flesh with everybody from the 710 crew. Located at Catella Avenue, right near Angel Stadium. We're going to have Angels tickets.
Yes.
We're going to have a special pair of Mandy's tickets to give away that day. Gift cards and more.
Nice.
So come on out. Cinco de Mayo. Put that on your calendar
We're all
right now.
going to be there, right?
That's the 5th of May, May.
Yes,
Cinco de
I know.
Mayo. The 5th
No,
of May.
actually.
I gotta get my strategy going. Hold on, let's. Yeah. How do you win that? You don't. You win by getting it in the milk.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
disgusting.
the
All right, what do
you got Buffalo.
Okay. Oh, here goes nothing. That looks as bad as it does.
Oh, nothing like it.
You know, you'd think that's disgusting. You'd be right.
Yeah.
It's really, really gross.
Ooh. Has anybody ever ate mustard with Oreo?
Someone's about to.
Delicious. There you go. You almost did not try to go with the milk.
It's not terrible.
Oh! Eat it.
This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal. $13.99 Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
All right, final score tonight, 117 to 112 Lakers over the Golden State Warriors. Lake Show start off round number 2 with a W. They steal home court. Need a break from the everyday? Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away a 2-night stay plus dinner and golf or bowling for 2. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at fantasyspringsresort.com. Lakers win the game by 5. I'm going to take some phone calls here just as you guys can imagine. We're going to try to get through the interviews, try to take as many calls as I can. So if you can be as precise as possible on whatever your point is, I'll try to get through as many as I can. Let's go to Eddie in L.A. Eddie, what's going on? Thank you for calling in.
How you doing, Slee? Just some quick points here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we get another good start. You know, we got game 1. You know, we came here to do. We want to split what we got to do. And AD, you know, he's shown the world that when healthy, he's a top 5 player in the NBA. But this is chess, not checkers. And you know Steve Kerr is going to come up something in the next game to try to stop AD. And that's why these other role players, like he did tonight, but Reaves going to have to do a little bit more, and so will Rui. And one more thing. LeBron, I think this is what we get from LeBron. I don't think we're going to get that dominating LeBron like past playoff series. You know, he's going to get his 20, 25. But I don't think we're going to get that, you know, that dominating like he's done. And he's going to have to start laying off those threes and start going in.
Eddie,
so
I'm going to jump in. Thank you for calling in. All right, number 1, you talked about it's not checkers, it's chess. You're right. And, of course, Steve Kerr will have adjustments for Game 2. And the way the Lakers won this game is probably not the way they can win Game 2 or compete in Game 2. That's part of the playoffs, right? That's part of the chess match from game to game. The Warriors are very, very good at coming back with, okay, that's working for you. We're going to try to take that away. We'll see what they do. Maybe every time they're doubling Anthony Davis. Maybe they find other ways. Maybe they're using different lineups. Maybe they go smaller and decide, let's run up and down the floor. Maybe they attack Anthony Davis, see if they can get him in foul trouble. But I agree with you. It will be a little different. As far as Bron goes, the three-point shooting, I agree. That part's got to stop. It's just not falling. It's not falling. He's 1 of 8 tonight, and he continues to struggle from 3. Still had 11 rebounds, still had 5 assists, still had 3 block shots, still had 22 points. Bron wasn't efficient. Bron still makes winning plays. All right, let's take another call here. Let's go to Steve in Venice. Steve, what's going on?
Yeah, so obviously happy for the hard-fought one, but want your opinion on this. So the final 4 minutes, the game showed a huge weakness in our coaching staff, basically a double-digit lead, and despite having a size advantage, we refused to put the ball on the inside. And I get AD was gassed and tired, but, like, was the coach calling those plays, Slee, or, like, were the players too tired to run them? Because the last 4 minutes, I think D'Lo had that one shot from just outside the key, but the final 4 minutes were kind of a joke.
Well, the D'Lo shot outside the key, if it's the one I think you're talking about on Andrew Wiggins, might have saved them the game. When the Warriors came all the way back to tie the game, I was, tell you what I was thinking. I was saying if Lakers don't score on this possession and Golden State gets the ball, they're probably going to win this game. And D'Lo, I think, quieted things down for a quick second, if it's the bucket that you're talking about. Listen, I think this. I think that sometimes a team like the Golden State Warriors can erase a lead like that. Just in a by the time you blink, your 10-point lead could be down to nothing. They got Steph Curry, they got Jordan Poole, they got Klay Thompson, they got guys that can shoot. Now, I don't think this is a sustainable strategy if you're the Warriors. They took 53 threes, hit 21 of them, and still lost. Vanderbilt was out long enough or too long. I thought the Lakers, with their size, I think they're better off having that size in there, some of that size and length. You know, Michael said, John was asking, what do you think the Warriors are going to do game 2? He's like, nothing. They can't grow. I would have liked to have Vanderbilt in. I felt like he was missing some of those key minutes. One more quick call, and then we're going to go to Dennis Schroder here real quick. Let's go to Jamal in the LBC. What's going on, Jamal?
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to say how I think Rob Pelinka should win GM of the Year. And also, I didn't really like how the Warriors went on that run in the last, 2-3 minutes of the game, and we didn't call a timeout.
Jamal, I'm gonna jump in here on the Pelinka stuff. So, I get what you're trying to say. What you're trying to say is, hey, he did such a good job at the trade deadline, and I think he's getting that credit. And even if he's not getting the credit, see what the team is doing. Yeah, I did Lakers talk yesterday, and I spent a little time just kind of walking through the entire season. From you got a new coach, you got some new players. LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook start out the season. They go 2-10. The 5 weeks out for AD, 4 weeks out for LeBron. There's been a lot of stuff that have gone on, and Pelinka, found a way to add some players that are having. Think of the players that have had impact so far in the playoffs. Rui has had impact. D'Angelo Russell has had impact. Jared Vanderbilt has had impact. All 3 of these guys were part of the trade, so part of different trades. So I agree with you that Pelinka certainly deserves the credit. All right, let's do this. I want to get to Dennis Schroder. Let's get Dennis Schroder's thoughts on this Lakers win over the Golden State Warriors.
Dennis, just the defensive game plan coming in. Vanderbilt spent a lot of time on Steph, but so did you. I just kind of wondered how you guys were able to make it difficult on him until that final push.
I mean, they still, I think, took 53s. Our game plan was to get them off the three-point line. So, I mean, we highly contested them. So that was good. But in the first half, they had 12 threes already. So we got to be better there. But I'm glad, we won this game. and JV did a great job. You know, me, we just tried to make it as hard as possible for him. I mean, he's the best, greatest shooter of all time, and we just, you know, try to be urgent there.
Golden State was something like 19-2 in this building in Game 1 since 2015. What is the kind of the meaning of, and that was in the past now, but the meaning for you guys coming in and getting a Game 1 victory coming out the last series?
I mean, Game 1's always important, especially on their home floor. We wanted to be, you know, 100% locked in, try to get that one. And, yeah, I mean, everybody did a great job just competing. Being urgent, following the game plan. AD big time with 30 and 20. So, yeah, I'm glad we won the game.
You were able to find some pockets to score in the first half, kind of get going there. What were you seeing with the way they were defending you, and how much were you help kind of playing with AD and what he was doing inside?
Yeah, I mean, first series wasn't, I mean, my Achilles was still bothering me. End of the day, I gotta be aggressive. To help Bron and AD if I'm on the floor. Of course, defensively, I try to be, you know, aggressive and try to make it as hard as possible. Offensively, I got to push the pace a little bit more and be aggressive. So, found some opportunities in the first half.
It was good to strip of Steph near half court, and then you took it down the other end. Was that from what you were noticing in the moment, or did that come from film study and studying tendencies?
Not really. The first, the last steal I got like that probably was in Germany. I used to be aggressive there, but I got to do it a little bit more. I've seen an opportunity there and went for it. And yeah, I mean, good.
How exhausting is it to score?
What's that?
How exhausting is it? You're scoring, rebounding, making free throws, chasing Steph around, chasing Jordan around. How do you feel right now?
I mean, whatever it takes to win, but it's really, really, really hard. I mean, Steph is probably the most, or the best conditioning-wise in sports because he's running around for 23 seconds and still taking a shot. So just to, you know, be by him when he catches it makes it really, really tough. So might got to get an IV tonight.
All right, that's Dennis Schroder right there, who would have thought, you know, got to the free throw line 10 times, 9 to 10 from the free throw line, 19 points for him. I'm going to actually get a chance to listen to all the guards here real quick. Let's go to Austin Reaves. Here's Reaves on the Lakers win. Reaves, by the way, 10 points in the Lakers 117-112 win.
Austin, you knew this was going to be tough. Pretty steady build in the second half, building that 14-point lead. Obviously, you needed all of it. What was that crunch time like as you guys were trying to hold them off?
Obviously, we didn't make too many shots down the stretch, but you know we got stops when we needed stops, and hey, a win is a win.
The job that you had, you know, just defending Clay and you know, running all over the court, and then still having legs for offense. What's the different challenge in this series than from the Memphis series?
Like you said, you know, Steph and Clay, even JP, they never stop moving. They're always going. So, you know, just getting rest, you know, as much treatment, feeling as good as you can, because I mean, someone's got to run out there and chase them around and try to make it difficult for them.
You know, kind of a different challenge, right? When Memphis getting hit a lot, it seems like, are just real physical, and this one maybe not hit as much, but running. So is it a lot on the legs either way, basically, at this point?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, even Bane last series, he comes off a lot of down screens, you know, double screens, ball screens. So it's kind of similar in that sense. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're athletes, and you know, we train to, you know, go through this.
And just the level of importance for you guys getting this win, like you did last series, to take home court.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, you know, coming out, you know, winning game one, you know, taking home court. But like we said after the game, you know, the job's not finished. You know, we come back, you know, whatever day it is, Thursday, and you know, we come back to try to win that one. Keep the same mindset. It's not the first one to win one game; it's the first of four. So we got to keep good mindset going forward and stay locked in.
All right, let me squeeze in one quick call, and we're going to get to D'Angelo Russell here. Let's go to Jeffrey in the LBC. What's going on, Jeffrey?
How you doing, Slee? Great game. One thing about the playoffs, of course, we know this is all about adjustments. One thing that the Warriors are going to keep in mind, that 14-0 run that they made in the last 4 minutes, Vando was out. He took Vando out after he got that foul on Steph. It was either Vando or AD. But once that happened, they went on that run. Steph was making shots, left him more open, left the other players more open. That's what you got to keep in mind, I think, for Game 2. I think the Lakers are going to keep Vando on Steph. Thanks.
Yeah, I appreciate you calling in. Vando had ended up with 2 block shots made. It looked like just making Steph just try as best as you can to make the shot attempts that he gets off difficult. He's picking him up full court. He's got great length. He's got great size. Still a little bit of everything. D'Angelo Russell, by the way, on the other side, 19.6 assists for him. Had a stretch there for the Lakers where he carried the offense, but I thought his contributions were great tonight as well. We already played Dennis Schroder, already played Austin Reaves. Let's get the final guard for the Lakers. Here's D'Angelo Russell.
This is a second straight series you guys have won the first game. What's allowing you guys to do that and on the road?
Just locking into the game plan. Obviously, getting off to a good start matters in the playoffs. Even in the regular season, when you get off to a good start, you give yourself a chance to hold it down throughout the game. Honestly, we just locked into the game plan, and everybody was committed to it. Everybody from the bench to the starting unit, you know, there was no let up. And we were locked in for 48 minutes and allowed us to get the win.
D'Lo, with the noise in this arena, how difficult was it to communicate on the high picks at the three-point line to make sure that you guys were not surrendering uncontested three-point shots to Steph and Clay and Poole?
I mean, it's not really that loud. For our group, it's all about the game plan. We know we got to be up. You know, it's things that we know. So as far as yelling and screaming and losing your voice trying to do it, it's kind of irrelevant. You know, we know what we got to do. So you know, nobody needs to be told it, honestly.
Yeah, D'Lo, how impressed have you been with AD?
Big, huge performance. He's been dominating the playoffs. Gets a lot of hate from the media throughout the year, and I wasn't a part of it, but I don't know what you can say about the guy. He was on the court for almost the whole game. Last series, he dominated when he was out there. Never asked for a sub, never asked for a break. If he can play, he'll dominate the game. If he can't play, he can't play.
D'Angelo, just wondering your familiarity with Golden State and kind of how they defend the spots that you're looking to get your shots in, and how different that is from the Memphis series and this series, and you know what you see as kind of the keys to that part of the game.
I mean, they're a good team defensive unit. You know, they do a good job of selling out to their rotations, activating their scramble. They might run a guy off, and the next guy's there ready in rotation. They've been doing it for a while now, so I don't know. You just got to trust the pass against those guys. You know, they make you go to your second and third option throughout the game, and you trust the pass. It could be a good night for anybody. If you go against it, it's kind of tough.
D'Angelo, there's been a couple of games where you've had these spurts in scoring. Tonight was third quarter. You scored the first 8 in the third, and you guys kind of needed that. What kind of gets you going, and what are you seeing in that moment?
I mean, I don't know. Just it's an opportunity to be ready. You know, they're a good third quarter team. We all knew that. So for us to get off to a good third quarter start, everybody was kind of coming out ready to be aggressive. And the game just allowed me to be the one to kind of take advantage of it at the time. But they're a good third quarter team. We know that, and we just want to, you know, handle that and be locked in as a group.
All right, that's D'Angelo Russell right there. He did have some big moments. Lakers win 117-112. Let's do a couple things when we come back. We'll get a chance to take some more phone calls. LeBron James and Anthony Davis will be talking together, so we'll get a chance to listen to the both of them. Stay right here. Thank you for being a part of the show. This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show. Lakers over the Warriors 117-112 take a 1-0 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. Stay right.
Today, but I want to tell everyone about Cinco de Mayo. What we're doing on Cinco de Mayo. Going to be a party in North Orange County. The new Salitas, right there in Anaheim, right in front of Angel Stadium. Used to be the old Hooters restaurant. Our competition, Steve Hartman, your buddy, used to do a lot of remotes over there at that Hooters in Anaheim.
Steve Hartman.
Off the 57 and Cattell Avenue. We're going to be there, though, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. for Cinco de Mayo. Get ready to press the flesh with everybody from the 710 crew. located at Catella Avenue, right near Angel Stadium. We're going to have Angels tickets.
Yes.
We're going to have a special pair of Mandy's tickets to give away that day, gift cards and more.
Nice.
So come on out. Cinco de Mayo. Put that on your calendar
We're all
right now.
going to be there,
That's
right?
the 5th of May.
Yes,
Cinco de
I know.
Mayo. The 5th
No,
of May.
actually.
I gotta get my strategy going. Hold on, let's.
How do you win that?
You don't. You win by getting it in the milk.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
disgusting.
the
All
other way.
right, what
Oh,
I
you got Buffalo.
Okay. Oh, here goes nothing. That looks as bad as it does.
Oh, nothing like it.
You know, you'd think that's disgusting. You'd be right.
Yeah.
That's really, really gross.
Ooh. Has anybody ever ate mustard with Oreo?
Someone's about to.
Delicious. There you go. Oh, you almost need to not try to go for the milk.
It's not terrible.
I don't like milk either.
Oh!
Eat it.
From tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. The Los Angeles Lakers on 710 ESPN.
Presented by Pizza Hut.
Big is back. It's bigger, it's cheesier. The Big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. Big pizza, bigger deal.
Big New Yorker only at pizzahut.com.
Once again,
Here's Alan Sliwa.
Points in the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, local residents can take 40% off on factory direct high-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Visit vistapaint.com and start saving. Points in the Paint, a big reason why the Lakers steal Game 1, 54-28. Points in the Paint, 117-1. I don't like saying steal Game 1 because I think the Lakers deserve to win the game. So steal seems, if the Warriors ended up winning the game because of that late run that they had, I would say then the Warriors stole the game. But the Lakers deserved to win Game 1. Yes, not an ideal couple of minutes of play, but they held on. Just give them the credit. They held on. Mitch, who's calling all the way out in Dallas, Texas. Mitch, thank you for calling into the show. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, Sliwa? It's Nick. I'm sorry. It's
okay.
Nick,
Yep.
not Mitch.
Thanks, Nick.
But I'm a Laker fan, but I do watch. It's just one game. I'm happy we won, but Steve Kerr, he's no dummy. He's going to look at playoffs are all about adjustments. And my only concern is, will Russell, Reaves, and Schroder consistently do that for the entire series? I still think it's going to be a 2-2 tie going into pivotal Game 5. And I also say that, too, is because Davis, he's going to get his. But like I said, my only concern is what is the supporting cast going to do? And LeBron, he's going to score his points first because my concern with LeBron is he got tired against Memphis, but will he be able to keep up with the pace of the Warriors for the entire series? That's my main concern.
Well, and Nick, it's coming off of three days off. And I think I've had a couple callers now that keep saying, wait for Steve Kerr to make his adjustments. That's the playoffs, right? The deeper you go, the better the coaching, the better the talent. And we all know the Golden State Warriors, that's a championship caliber team. They are the defending NBA champions, so they will certainly make their adjustments. Richard in Riverside. What's going on, Richard?
Yeah, real quick. Your phone screener said, well, LeBron was tired. Of course he's tired. But the point I was trying to make is I think he believes that our guards are capable of relieving him of some of the ball handling duties so he could go down on the block and play power forward in this series. He's capable of that. That's the only point I was trying to make. If we can do that and continue to play the defense like we're playing, I think we'll be facing Denver in the Western Conference Finals. That's all I want to say.
Appreciate it, Richard. Thanks for calling in. Well, 1 down, 3 to go if we're going to get there. And for the Denver Nuggets, they're 2 down, 2 to go. All right, let's take a quick listen here. Here's Anthony Davis and LeBron James speaking to the media.
Into this series, when you look at the Warriors lineup, that you could be a featured part of the Lakers' attack. What do you think allowed you to be so effective tonight?
The guys gave me the ball, and the guys just getting the ball to me in the right spots. A lot of it came off pick and roll, a couple post-ups, some offensive rebounds, but just being aggressive when I do catch, looking to score or looking to play make to other guys. But it was the guards, finding me early, which allowed them, to play free later on in the game.
LeBron, this team has been through challenges throughout the course of the season, continuity, ups and downs, all sorts of different stuff. What did you think of the mental resolve to withstand a 14-0 run in this building late and to close those guys out with poise?
That's been us since we, made the acquisitions to our new guys. We've been able to be very resilient in games. Like I said, we've been playing playoff basketball for about 2.5 months now, just trying to, punch our clock in to be able to play right now in the postseason. So, we've been very resilient tonight versus a team like Golden State, defending champions, and we know how great they are on their home floor over the years. So, to withstand that, and it's another good step for our ball club.
Anthony, just kind of thinking about Game 2 and adjustments that Golden State might make. They had Looney on you for most of the game. Draymond kind of took over late. What are the ways that you think that changes once they go maybe a little smaller or Draymond plays a more 5? And what do you expect from them in their building in Game 2?
Well, it's going to be a different game. Obviously, they're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments. The building will be probably a little bit louder. We obviously don't want to go down 0-2. So the crowd's going to be more into it, but we're going to continue to, I'm going to continue to be aggressive. I know our guys are going to continue to be aggressive. Obviously, we know that Draymond, likes to help. So we probably, if they do decide to put him on me, figure out ways I can be effective, with him doing this thing defensively. But who knows? We'll see what happens in Game 2. If they make that adjustment, if they don't, and still trying to find ways to attack.
What would you guys make of the defensive game plan tonight and just your ability to wall off the paint? And obviously they take 53 threes, but felt like you guys kind of were controlling them defensively.
We got to do a better job. I think even though late, they made a run, and I think throughout the second half, just only giving up 48 points, that's really good. But we had a couple lulls where we allowed those guys, Steph, Clay, and Jordan, to get some looks that if we're really tuned in, it won't happen because they're going to get they're going to get their looks anyways. So we can't have our own personal problem mistakes. So we got to be better. We got to be better. We love the game plan, but we got to be better as the guys on the floor.
Yeah, AD, as much as you've dominated in the postseason, do you feel like you're proving people wrong, or does that matter to you?
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what no one thinks. Only, the guys in the locker room, coaching staff, it's only opinions that I care about. Other than that, I just go out and play basketball, try to do what I can do to help the team win. Opinions outside the locker room, what guys say, guys think, is irrelevant to me.
Coach Ham said that both of you guys have kind of been a rock for him and kept him afloat mentally in a lot of ways. What kind of advice have you had for Coach, and what do you think about how he's grown this rookie season for him as a head coach?
For us, we've been a part of this franchise, the longest that's on this franchise right now. And we've had our battles together. So, for us to be able to, have that relationship with the coaching staff and have that relationship with Coach Ham, and him to be able to trust us on the floor, that we can be an extension of him, to relay his commands, relay his messages. I just think it just makes it a lot calming for him, that he knows that he has guys on the floor that has been in a fight, has been in a foxhole, and has had experience, in tough games, So, every game and every day is another learning experience for our coaching staff and for us. And, we just try to, make it as seamless as possible when we step on the floor with the game plan that they're giving us.
LeBron, I'm sure you guys knew they were probably going to make some shots and make a run towards the end. When you guys were not able to score and they did catch you, was that a lack of execution on your part, or did you guys just simply miss some shots?
No, never a lack of execution with us. At the end of the day, we only had 8 turnovers, so that let us know it was not sloppy with the ball. We were executing at a high level. We just missed some shots. I can think about 4 or 5 shots. AR had a shot from the left wing, missed it. I had a fadeaway, jumper in the paint, missed it. I was able to hit AD on the cut. One of his patent jump hooks, he missed it, got the offensive rebound, missed it again, and then they lost it around their sideline, gave us another extra possession. D'Lo had a wide open 3 opposite of their bench. Sometimes just a make or miss league. We executed to perfection, we just didn't make.
LeBron, I know both of you guys aren't too statistically inclined at this time of the year. It's just about getting the W. But you had the 2020 last round. AD is 30-20 tonight, and he joins Shaq, Elgin, Kareem, and Wilt, in franchise players who have done that, wearing the purple and gold. What is that? How does that encapsulate, like, him joining a list like that? What he's doing for your guys' team right now?
The Lakers franchise over the years, over the course of their existence, has always had dominant big men and dominant guys that have been a force at the rim, and that's why their jerseys are in the rafters. And AD will be up there when he's done playing, and the number 3 will be up in the rafters, and he continues to show why he's one of the best players that we have in this league, and and for us, it's just a treat for us to be able to have such a dynamic player that can, not only go out and get you 30 and 20, but also command the paint defensively, can switch out the guards, and also give you 5 assists as well.
That's Anthony Davis and LeBron James right there. AD or LeBron praising Anthony Davis for what he did tonight. 30 points, 23 rebounds. Bron 22 and 11. All right, let me squeeze in a couple quick phone calls here. Appreciate everybody that's waited, by the way. Mo in San Diego. Mo, what's going on? Thank you.
Always good to be on after a win. A couple of quick points, that I noticed after this game. Number one, the size that we have and the length that we have is going to be a problem. They can make adjustments, but that's not going to change. That the size and the length that we have creates problems for them. And the second thing is when I look at our players, the ones that we're playing right now, the guys that are in the rotation, whether it's Wenyen or Rui or LeBron and obviously AD and the starters and so forth, we don't have guys who are liabilities on one side of the ball or the other. We have guys, for the most part, our guys can score and they defend and hold their own. When I'm looking at Golden State, I see multiple guys that are one-sided. Okay, you got a couple of guys who are two-sided, right. Wiggins, and so, but they got guys who are either offensively strong or defensively liabilities, and I think that's something that they can't fix.
So, Mo, let me, and I'll jump in. I think it's a good observation. Gary Payton II's a really nice defender. If he shoots a jumper, you want him to take it. Jordan Poole's a great offensive player. If Jordan Poole's also not going to lock somebody up on the other side, Steph Curry's not known for locking people up on the other side. It's a good observation. Now, the Lakers aren't perfect with what they have, but I think they do have guys that can create for themselves and at least be a threat on the offensive end. Okay, 2 quick more calls here. Solomon in Lake Balboa. What's going on, Solomon?
Hey, I'm good, and I'll be quick, Alan. Boy, I'm so agree with the previous caller. That's just what I was going to say. So far, after one game, I think the Lakers are the more complete team and the more balanced team. And you give me AD at his peak for this series, or Steph, right now I take AD.
Well, Solomon, what AD is also going to do is give you 4 blocks on the other side, or 26 blocks in one series like he did. Ken in Newport Beach. Ken, you're the final call. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, I just thought AD today was the best player in the NBA. Defense, rebounding, shooting, points. How can anybody be better than he was? The guards were great, and what's his name was tremendous on defense. He should have played more like you
Vanderbilt.
Said.
Talk about Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Lakers won this game with LeBron shooting 37% from the field and 12% from three. If he has any normal game and stops shooting those threes, they could beat this team in 5 games.
Well, I think, Ken,
LeBron.
I think on top of that, too, I think for Braun, yes, stop taking threes, but I think, Ken, Braun also has a confidence in his guys that, hey, I don't think I have to do everything. That D'Lo can go through a stretch where he can hit some buckets. Austin Reaves can go through a stretch. Dennis Schroder was so big tonight with his 19 points, got to the free throw line 10 times. So the Lakers certainly the proper help there, and as a team, they got it done. All right, 117, 112, the final score. Lakers take game 1 against the Golden State Warriors here in the Western Conference semifinals. All right, a couple things I want to point out here. Number one, thank you to everybody internally, everyone handling things here. Michael Funches, Rebecca Womble, Wilbert Flores, Josh Martinez on all our social platforms. So we got all our shows coming up tomorrow, and we'll have a lot of time to react to this Lakers win. Expect right in the morning at 6 a.m., Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. I'll do my show with T. Raj, Travis Rogers, Mason in Ireland, and then following that, Sedano and Cap. We'll be back on Thursday, so the start time is going to be a little bit different. Game 2 from San Francisco, Lakers-Warriors. Our local coverage is going to begin at 4:30. Tip-off will be at 6. So it'll be an hour earlier than tonight's game. Lakers come through for game 1, 117 to 112 the final score. Appreciate everybody that stayed with us and tuned in all game and found some time here to enjoy our Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show. I'm Alan Sliwa. You're listening to 710 ESPN, the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710.
Basketball on ESPN LA is sponsored by
Driven by Subaru of Glendale, the #1 volume Subaru retailer in the USA. Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale and SubaruofGlendale.net. Delivered by Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut's Big New Yorker pizza has 6 extra large slices, big enough to hold more cheese on a crispy, fluffy crust that you gotta fold just to eat. Pizza Hut. No one